Okay, so I've been wanting to make a video like this for a little bit now. And I just got off work and I'm in a really just I don't give a shit kind of mood. So I figured I'm just gonna do it. I'm also sick, so if I sniff a lot, forgive me on that one. But I wanted to talk about some games that I hold super close to my heart. That I played just a crap ton while growing up. I want to take a look at five of them today. These are like my top five childhood games. And spoiler, they're all basically movie tie-in games of some sort, because I had a GameCube growing up. Now, the games I have now are mostly on PlayStation 2 because as I got older, I realized that it's more practical to collect for the PS2, specifically with I have a fat model PS3 that's backwards compatible. So playing games on, HD TVs, I have a Sony monitor. I don't know if you can tell, but this is the Sony InZone monitor. I have my PS3 hooked up to this. So if I want to play a game from my childhood or whatever, it's a lot easier to do that via HDMI, and I don't have to worry about memory cards and all that kind of crap. So, just kind of been transitioning over to PlayStation 2 when it comes to some of these childhood games, but I still have a couple that I've picked up or that I still have for GameCube. So these are not in any particular order. These are just in this order that I grabbed them in, I guess. First one I have is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and I love this game because this was like the Hogwarts Legacy back in the day. This was EA had some of the best, like they were making Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, like everything you could think of. If they could get their hands on it, they were doing it. And one of the things I really love about this game is just the open castle aspect. The game is very, show the back there. The game is very much, what should I say? It ties into the movie very well. The opening scene, you're on a train and some, Dementors come after you, come after Harry. And the whole sequence is, I played it a little bit recently as an adult, and it's very cheesy. Definitely feels like a kid's game. But I mean, there's just so much to do in the game. Like, I mean, for, a 2004 title anyway. Some of the mini games, like I remember dueling. I remember sitting there nonstop, just dueling, the computers over and over. Buckbeak, getting to fly around Hogwarts, was again, like just a magical experience. And I really genuinely believe that the best way to explain that is just playing Hogwarts Legacy. Like, I think that's why I was so hyped for Hogwarts Legacy, because it was the first Harry Potter game in decades, literally, that made me feel, just by watching the trailers, made me feel like I was going to be experiencing a Prisoner of Azkaban all over again. Now, this isn't the only Harry Potter game I own. I do own like Chamber of Secrets, and even back in the day I had Goblet of Fire, but Goblet of Fire was a very linear approach. Chamber of Secrets was more open level, more of a platformer, and stuff like that. Sorcerer's Stone or Chamber of Secrets, one of the two. But Prisoner of Azkaban was really like the peak of EA making their games. They again, open world, open map once you get through it. I also like to do this. I have my, this is how much I paid for the game. It was $12. Not terrible. I like to save receipts and put them in the game, so if I ever do sell, I can make sure I'm at least getting my monies back. But it's also just a piece of history. I recently picked up a Mario Golf game for the GameCube, and it had the GameCube receipt, or the GameStop receipt in the box. The disc is gone because it's in my GameCube. Let me go get it. I'll be right back. Okay, got the disc. Man, there's something so nostalgic about touching these, or touching. Ooh, no. Holding these like GameCube discs. Like, they're just so tiny, Like, as a kid, they felt like fine. They felt normal, but yeah, as an adult, these are just, oh my gosh. I love the two-tone design though on a lot of them. Like, I really loved I don't know, something about the GameCube is just so nice. And I'm really happy that I got to grow up with it and didn't have to sit here and like, I'm not just buying into the GameCube because it's popular or something. This is not a colored manual, but yeah, I don't know. There's just something really special about this. Like if you were to go back and play any old Harry Potter game or older Harry Potter game, the one I would recommend is this one. This is legitimately the best Harry Potter game from the EA set that they did. Ignore all the other ones. Just this one. This one is the best. Like, especially once you get to the open world aspect where you get to explore the castle, free will. Like, it is a lot of fun being able to just kind of that's literally all I would do as a kid. I would literally just roam around the castle and do the dueling. I did not play the story. I played it just enough to get to unlock a couple things to do. But yeah, this was definitely I purchased it. When was this? On the 10th. I bought this on the 10th. So shout out to Fire and Ice Game. That's where I shop at when I go game hunting or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Just like I said, Hogwarts Legacy, I beat Hogwarts Legacy twice. I don't replay games like that, which is ironic because I like to collect my games and everything. But yeah, I 1000% just it. I don't know how to explain it. Hogwarts Legacy, I think everyone is going to grow up who played that game in their late teens right now. They're going to come back 10 years later, look at Hogwarts Legacy, and they're going to feel the way I feel about Prisoner of Azkaban. This is another game here, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. And this is, I don't know why I picked this one. I think I picked this one because I played it the most growing up. But I really played the hell out of all the Thug Tony Hawk games. Underground, Underground 2, and American Wasteland. Those are, like, I'm not a fan of the Pro Skater series. I do not like classic Tony Hawk. I like Tony Hawk's Underground. And 2, I think, it was just the most batshit crazy. I mean, look at this dude's fucking riding I don't even know what the fuck that is. Go-kart, lawnmower thing. You could fucking be Shrek in this game. Like, it was absolutely insane. World Tour, getting around, like, Barcelona, I think is, like, the first starting mission. There was a Kiss concert at the end of this game. Like, this was one of the few Tony Hawk games that I actually just played through all the way to the end. I love the story of Tony Hawk Underground, the first one. I really like American Wasteland the most in terms of just, I'm pretty sure that's when they added BMX. They just the vibing in LA. Like, as a kid, of course. As a kid, it was, I grew up in LA, so I think maybe that's why I jived with it so much. But yeah, if I had to pick one Tony Hawk game, it would be Underground 2. Like, they really went all in with this. The theme, the story of it. This copy's a little beat up, but yeah, this was a 10 out of 10 game for me. This was actually a game my brother, I had this, 2005, I want to say I had my GameCube. Again, this is one of the games that I picked up on PS2 because this is something I'm going to play a lot more of just to throw on and play quickly. So I picked this up on PlayStation 2, but again, I had it on GameCube back in the day. Also bought this from Half Price Books, $7.99. I don't think that's a bad price. But yeah, I 1000% taught my brother. Like, this is the game that got my brother in to video games. He was 3 years old, and he, at one point, we were doing a get the higher score. He actually beat me. This is the first game my little brother ever beat me on was Tony Hawk's Underground 2. And oh, look, see? Got my receipt here. I bought this Funko. I see. I bought my daughter a Funko Hello Kitty thing and my son a Mickey 5-minute storybook. And this game. When did I buy this? Where's the date? Am I blind? Am I not looking in the right spot? No, for real. Is there no date on this? Hold on, wait. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh my gosh. August 1st, 2024 August. That's crazy. Yeah, I went through a divorce and had to sell a bunch of shit. So I'm trying to get my stuff back up, but or try to rebuy stuff, you know. But yeah, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I low-key wish I had gotten this on GameCube just because the small disc would have been extra nostalgic. But a game does feel more substantial switching up to DVDs like this, like getting PS2 copies. I gotta look at the menu or the manual. Oh my gosh. This was the first Call of Duty game I ever played, Finest Hour, which I think is the first Call of Duty game ever to come to console, actually. That's funny. That's funny. That's another game. Not in my childhood favorites. Again, this is another black and white manual. Mostly words. I probably never really looked over this as a kid. Yeah. Yeah, I love the soundtrack. I love the music of Tony Hawk's Underground 2. There's so much, there's so much goofy shit. Like, the first level, I think, or maybe the second at Boston in here, you're getting to, play as Benjamin Franklin. I think it's, a cosplay or something. Maybe it is Benjamin Franklin. I don't fucking know. You know? But, yeah, ride crazy new vehicles. It was just so off the charts. Just insane. For no reason. You know? Just to be crazy. Outrageous Stunts, Team Hawk versus Team Bam. That was the whole thing, right? You were going across a world tour, and you were on a team. I think you're on Tony's team. And you're scoring points. You're just trying to score points for your team, doing crazy fucking shit. And I swear, man, I really want to play through this game sometime soon. I need to get my setup all situated so I can live stream. Because I would love to live stream this game for you guys. But yeah, that's Tony Hawk's Underground 2. 10 out of 10. The next are all going to be tie-in games. I'm going to get the most, I don't even know how to, I'm just going to get to it. Disney Pixar Cars. Now, this is a game that is so fucking underrated, I swear. This is open world, okay? This is an open world. You get to drive around. Explore the open world of Radiator Springs. Like as a kid, okay, right? Cars was huge. Disney Cars was huge. Not only was the game just good. It's a good, fun, simple arcade racing game as it is, right? Just as it is. Very simple. I can't stress that enough. Very simple. But getting to do the NASCAR Piston Cup crap, right? That was awesome. Getting to mess around with all the people in the game, getting to play as literally everyone that was in the movie, but getting to just roam around Radiator Springs. And there were so many Easter eggs and collectibles to try to find, little missions here and there. The music was very, it was on point. I'm just saying, man, this game, I've seen a few people talk about this game and they immediately brush it off. But I'm telling you, man, I had this game everywhere. I had it on the GameCube. I had it on my DS. I had it for Game Boy Advance. I still have it for Game Boy Advance. And it's really a good Game Boy Advance game above anything else. I also have it for PSP, actually, somewhere around here. I have owned this game everywhere. This was literally my Forza Horizon of back in the day. I think that's what's crazy to me is every game other than Tony Hawk. I don't really have a Tony Hawk modern equivalent, but every game that I'm showing off here is relative to a modern game that I'm playing. Obviously we got, Hogwarts Legacy. Again, Tony Hawk is just kind of there. Forza, I love Forza Horizon. And I only know that because I decided to get an Xbox and test the waters with that. I used to play Midnight Club on the PSP. I played a little Need for Speed, not so much. It was really Midnight Club that I enjoyed. Because I enjoy, again, just driving around the city. I had Dub Edition on the PSP. And that was a lot of fun. But yeah, this game... oh man, again, this is I love seeing it. It's weird because I vividly remember seeing the GameCube disc version of this and seeing the PS2 version. It just feels so wrong, but also looks cool because it's like bigger, you know? So I think that's, I don't know. This one, I think, if we're lucky, let's see. I have this game too, Rise of the Underminer. I'll save that for a different video. Oh yeah, look at that. We got color. You know what's up. You know what's up. I love the color. Love it when they do. Oh, Finding Nemo. I love that. I have that game too. I have all these stupid Disney games since I was a kid. Oh my gosh, look at these toys. I love this. Get a Cars soundtrack. What is this? Mail-in thing or is it just advertising? Yeah, just advertising the Cars soundtrack. Unlock all Cars video game arcade levels. Find exclusive cheat codes with these toys. Buy some Mattel toys and get cheat codes. If I ever have some bullshit money to spend, I'll do it. I doubt the cheat. Well, I don't know. I'm sure the cheat codes are online, but I would do that. I would go ahead and hunt all these down on eBay or something. Just make a huge video about Disney Pixar cars. I would do that. I'm upset that I feel like I bought this recently, relatively recently, from I don't know. I think it was a swap meet. There was some swap meet dude. I really didn't like him. He would like look up the price of games. He was one of those, yeah, he would look up the price of games right as you were about to buy them. So you would always be paying market value essentially, which fine, but you know, it's just was shitty. Didn't get a receipt from him, but love Disney Pixar cars. I'm going to go back to GameCube actually with this next one. I'll save because one of these are my top two. Actually, I said these were not in order. They were not, but conveniently I saved my top two games I ever played over and over as a kid, and I have more of a story for this one, so I'll go with this one first. The Simpsons Hit and Run. Now, again, I had this on GameCube. I recently picked it up for PS2 because it's cheaper on PS2. That's again been the big thing for me is. You know, when you're balling on a budget, you got to try to just make things work. And PS2 has been a lifesaver. I think this game was like $60. The GameCube version at the store I was at anyway at the time, which actually I think was Fire and Ice. Yeah. Yeah, this one I paid, $60 for Fire and Ice, or at Fire and Ice. The GameCube version they had for like $85 or something like that. So, you know, it's not like crazy. Like that's $25, right? Like you could get a whole nother game for $25. That's gas money. That's a meal, right? Like if you can save a little money, you know, and again, I'm getting the benefit of being able to play this via HDMI on a modern TV, a lot easier, wireless controller. You know, I love the GameCube. I absolutely love it. But for me personally, the GameCube is more of an exclusives situation. You know, a lot of third-party games I try to get on the PS2 now. I got Prisoner of Azkaban, by the way, on GameCube just because it was all they had. They didn't have the PS2 copy. I probably would have rather had the PS2 copy because all my other Harry Potter games are on PlayStation. But, yeah. Oh, man. That's another thing, actually, looking at GameCube stuff. I don't know. I liked how, like, separated it was. I feel like, I don't know, coming from GameCube to PlayStation, like as a Nintendo kid, this just feels messy, even though it's all straightforward. Like they just got the information down there. There's more room for artwork. But, yeah, this game, I mean, okay, as I was saying, as a GameCube kid, as oh man, that sounds so lame. As a GameCube kid, we didn't have Grand Theft Auto, okay? Y'all on PS2 and Xbox, y'all were eating good with San Andreas, GTA 3, Vice City, all that junk, right? We didn't get none of that. So this was my Grand Theft Auto. This was, and what's really funny about this is this wasn't even the game I wanted. I went over to a friend's house and he had The Simpsons Road Rage. And I didn't know what Grand Theft Auto is. I'm using Grand Theft Auto as a reference because looking back, like, I probably would have played Grand Theft Auto the exact same way as I played this game. But I didn't really know I didn't know Grand Theft Auto existed when I was a kid. I had no idea. I just knew what was on GameCube. Whatever, we went to the GameStop. We went like once a month. My mom would let me pick out a game, and you know, this is one of them that one time. But I got them confused. I thought this was the game I wanted. You know, I went to the GameStop. I remember my friend just had a Simpsons game with driving on his GameCube. So that's what I wanted. And I saw this, saw the car. I assumed it was the same. And I'm telling you, as soon as I booted up the game and saw that, like, the starting was completely different, right? There was the bee situation, the wasp going in. I was like, oh, this is weird. And then as soon as you're home or getting to run around on foot, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, it blew my mind. It absolutely just blew my mind. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I literally thought that I got like a hacked game or something. I thought that I had entered some random cheat code. Like, I called my friend as soon as I could and was like, oh my gosh, I have a Simpsons game and you get to run around. And he did not believe me. Like, this is one of those, like, little kid bullshit stories that you, like, you know, like, getting Mew under a bridge in Pokemon, right? Like you just hear all these playground rumors. Nobody that I knew of at the time, they didn't know about the Simpsons Hit and Run. They just all know Road Rage, because that's all we played at his house. So I get hit and run, and all of a sudden, I'm the cool kid, right? Because we're sitting here kicking, like, you get to kick children in this game. I know it sounds so stupid. But you get to, like, kick kids, and the level design is 10 out of 10. The missions are extremely difficult, but also very satisfying once you finish them. All the character, the voice acting is 10 out of 10. Like, there's a reason this game, like, is so well received. Like anybody who is in collecting, this is always going to be top of the list of, like, a go-to game, right? This is just a good old-fashioned early 2000s game. And yeah, like, I 1000% $60 for this game. When did I buy this? On May 31st of 2024. This was another game that I had on, I think I had it on GameCube, and I sold it during the divorce, and I really wanted it, but the price had went up. So I think I bought my GameCube version for like 50-60 bucks at the time. It went up, I sold it, and, you know, balling on a budget here. I had to also get, I think, if I remember correctly, I have the PlayStation Hits version because it was the only complete in-box option they had. They did have a Black Label copy, but it was missing the manual. So I went ahead and just got the PlayStation Hits. And the benefit to PlayStation Hits in a lot of ways is if there is any updates, patches that they wanted to do to the game, of course, back in the day, there was no internet. They couldn't just push that over. The PlayStation Hits version often allowed them to send out revised copies, right? Which on some instances were bad because it was, maybe they took out music, maybe they changed levels. But a lot of times it was good because there was bug fixes, performance patches, all that kind of stuff. Man, I love this, like, the red label is kind of ruining it for me. Not gonna lie, but yeah, I love looking at, what's that? The Simpsons Season 3 on DVD. I love the artwork of these discs, I feel like you don't really get that nowadays. And of course, because it's a PlayStation Hits, it's all black and white. That sucks, man. But, yeah, I don't know. When I have, like I said, some money to blow, money to spend, I might go ahead and go through and, sell this copy, get the copy I want with all that stuff. Do my research, of course, make sure there's no significant difference, as I mentioned. Oh my gosh, a notes tab for cheat codes or remember what you're doing. Man, that'd be cool. How cool would that be to buy a copy of this game and actually get a booklet that has someone's notes from like 2004 or whatever the hell. Oh man, I love the history of gaming like that, Yeah. Tips and tricks. Yeah. I love the manuals, man. Like, they used to be so good. And my favorite part is the advertisements. Like, I always love seeing what ads show up. Which, speaking of which, oh yeah, it was The Incredibles. I was gonna say I didn't look at the back of the Cars thing, but yeah, this game, I'm telling you, I didn't even play through the whole story. I actually, if I remember correctly, my GameCube disc had a scratch on it. I could, as soon as I unlocked the mission where you're Marge, her first level, I believe it is, I think, where it's nighttime or something like that, the disc would just stop working. So I literally just played the first like 3 missions or levels anyway, over and over and over. I would just just drive around, do stunts, kick down kids, try to outrun the police, like literally what y'all probably did with Grand Theft Auto, for those of you that have that. So, this was my Grand Theft Auto. And like growing up, like my first GTA was GTA 4, Well, that's not true, actually. I had GTA Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories on PSP. But then I got into GTA 4 and, of course, GTA 5. And again, those just they're good go-to games when you just want to kill some time, drive around, do a race, shoot up the place, try to outrun the cops, whatever the hell. Like it's just dumb fun. And this is what the Simpsons Hit and Run was. It was just the closest I could get to Grand Theft Auto on the GameCube. So with that out of the way, I have the final game that is very dear to me. This is going to get a little sentimental. So if you're still here, thanks, but it's going to get a little some tea to spill, as they like to say. Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube. Now this game, I have a lot to say about, not specifically the game. The game is good. I'll start with that. This game was one that my grandma bought me back when I first got the GameCube. One of the first games I ever got was this game. Not the first game, but one of the first. And she bought it for me. I remember it being basically brand new. It had to be like 50. I don't know. It was like that stupid GameStop pricing where it was like basically brand new pricing, just a few cents cheaper, some shit, a couple dollars cheaper. So it was a very expensive game, right? For my grandma to buy. My mom would always buy me like $20 games, $30 maximum. But my grandma would often go to the casino and, get some money. And if she gets some winning, she'd spoil us. And this was her spoiling me. Now, this is not my original copy. This is one that I bought relatively recently. Well, I might have the receipt. Yeah, I have the receipt for this one. But my brother, not the one that I played Tony Hawk with, but my other brother, he ended up stealing the game from me and trading it at school for some very shitty Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And that is very, very sad. Very just... it just really sucked. It really freaking sucked to have to go through that. This was hands down, I had the first Spider-Man game for GameCube. This was a huge step up again, just like with Simpsons, right? GTA, I didn't have GTA, so any opportunity, I don't know if that's something you notice in all of these games, the one running theme is they're all open world. Or open map anyway in this case. But, they're all just a big sandbox set in an area that I love. I love The Simpsons. I love Hogwarts. I love cars. Tony Hawk was just fun, And at the time, I remember sitting there, my grandma bought Spider-Man 2 on DVD. We had the Spider-Man 2 Dr. Pepper cans. I don't know if any of you remember how big Spider-Man 2 was, but... it was huge, right? Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, it was huge. And having this game was they're saying right here, dazzling sense of aerial freedom. Getting to just roam around New York City was just insane to me, as a kid. And I would just swing around. I remember I would climb on the Empire State Building and just free fall to my death. I would try to find the right helicopter to hitch a ride to the Statue of Liberty way before I was supposed to unlock it. Fighting all the bad guys, the random events. It was just so good. It was just such a great experience, and you know, it was like taken from me in that sense. Like, it really sucked to have to go through that, and I didn't get a copy again until literally 2-3 years ago, and then again I had to sell it during that whole situation. So this is the best I could do. Again, I think this is a situation, if I remember correctly, Fire and Ice. Yeah, it's Fire and Ice again. Picked this up in 2023. It was also the only complete in box. That seems to be what they do is the complete in box options are always the player's choice, because they know that nobody wants to buy the player's choice, the greatest hits, whatever. So they complete in box those because it kind of increases their sell rate, which is fine, you know. Apparently I picked up Black Ops as well. I assume for the 360, I would think. Lego City Undercover, The Chase Begins for $4.25. Spider-Man 2, $15.30. And they must have been having a sale. Buy 3, get so much free. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I have such good memories with this game. And this is a game that I'll probably get for PS2 at some point, you know. But this is like my childhood, my number one childhood game, you know. If you get that one game that you just spent most of your time in, like, I would love for you to comment that down below, because this was my game. And having just, I don't know, you know, like, this is nostalgia for me at its peak. And I wanted it on the GameCube because I wanted that authentic experience from back in the day. And again, I assume player's choice. Oops. Oh, Fantastic Four. Harness the Power of 4. I never got into Fantastic Four, but as an adult, I find it crazy that Captain America was like, you know, like, weird. This is all black and white, I assume. Not much to look at anyway. But yeah. Yeah, I would love to get this on PS2. I think would be a more fun way to play it. But, you know, GameCube, I think, is the way to go. Just, again, a lot of good memories getting to... one of my favorite things to do is, I don't know if it's going to show it on here, but this would happen a lot where you would finish a mission or finish a chapter, and it would do this weird freeze frame where it zooms in on Spider-Man, and when I knew that it was going to do that, I would try to get some stupid ass shots of like his butt or something, some like weird pose, and like me and my brother would laugh our asses off at it. Yeah, like just the freedom, right? The sense of go anywhere, interact with anyone and anything. And like, again, as a kid on the GameCube, those experiences were very limited. And now we have like Spider-Man 2 on PS5, which I still need to play, to be honest. You know, like, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all. Like, you know, if I had to go pick one and all that, it's always going to be Spider-Man. And, you know, getting to fight Doc Ock, getting to fight Green Goblin, not Green Goblin, Mysterio, getting to fight Quentin Beck. Well, Quentin Beck was Mysterio. That was my favorite. That challenge he did at the stadium, that was a lot of fun. If you played this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was always so satisfying to beat. Like, I would play that over and over until I got it in one shot without having to retry. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, that's Spider-Man 2. These are my top games of my childhood here. Do a little spine shot there. Yeah, these are it. These are my favorite games from my childhood. So thanks for listening to my rant. Like I said, if you have that, even just that one game, you know, that you had in your childhood, let me know what it is. Put it in the comment below. I'm going to try to be doing more videos like this, just me kind of talking, hanging out, and, you know, a lot easier to do, a little more relaxed, way less editing, easier to just pump these out. My schedule's been very busy, So at this point, I'm just making videos whenever I can. So subscribe to get notified when I do upload. But with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.